Alright guys, today I'm going to work out how to revamp your entire website. First, let's take a look at this thing that Casey Reed developed for us. It's this kind of flow chart about how we're looking for the website to be developed. So we have the home page. That's where you put your contact info, bio, teacher info, and such. This is also where at this site you can see the links to each of your classes. And at the classroom level you have each of the 6 weeks. And at the 6 weeks level, you have organizers and tutorials, policies, and agendas. Agendas are obviously optional. All right, so let's get into it. You should already be loaded up on your website. If you need to at any time in this video, just go ahead and pause it so that you can get through each of the steps. So I'm going to show you what my website looks like first. This is the old stuff from previous last year. So if I click on preview, this is what my website looks like if you were to go there this very second. So you got Algebra 1, 6 weeks. This is the end of the year. So I've got all my stuff up there. But I'm going to format it right here in front of you for this next year. So I'm going to close out of this. We decided to make it a little cleaner that our parents can navigate this a little better. We had to do some goofy workarounds, so just bear with me as I go through that. But it'll make sense when you see the end product. First thing we need to do is to hide all of this stuff. You can either hide it or remove it. I personally like to hide things so that I can come back to it later. So you click on the page that you want to hide, come over here to Properties, then click on Exclude this web page, just like that. Submit. Just to show you this one, I've clicked on Preview Exclude Web Page. Now let's go to Preview this. You'll notice that on the left menu, that web page, which in this case is Spring Semester Review Videos, is not over here. But it's still a live website. If you were to type this URL in, you would actually come to this website, which is hidden from the public, but it's still there. So I'm going to hide each of these ones. So the way that you add a class is you just come over here to add more pages. So just click on download, and then we need to rename it. One of my classes is Pre-AP Geometry. So I'm going to click on Pre-AP Geometry, then I'm going to add to my site. Now I'm going to do this for each of my classes. Okay, I've added each of my classes, Pre-AP Geometry, Pre-AP Pre-Cal, and Avid. So if I click on Preview, notice those are the only links that are active. Contact me, Pre-AP Geometry. I don't have any content there yet, but the web page has already started. You'll notice that something's kind of awkward over here. Every time you add a page in NetStart, it puts whatever page you add at the very bottom. It's not how I want to be able to see it. This is the administrator view, but I still don't want to see it that way. So click on the site that you want to change. This is the one I want. I'm going to move it over so that I can see them as I go through this. Once again, this is also kind of awkward, but click on the class that you want to move, and then click this up button several times up until you get to the very top. It's kind of awkward, but you got to do it. All right, let's go back to our flow chart so we can know what to do next. Now we need to have this first, second, and third 6 weeks and so forth. We have to hide these pages so that they're not viewable at the home level. I know it sounds kind of awkward, NetStart's kind of goofy, but it's better to go one more click rather than having a real long list on your website. Something on this right here. So if I go to my home, which I'm here, instead of having first 6 weeks geometry, second 6 weeks, third 6 weeks, fourth 6 weeks, and so forth, it's better that we have it this way, and we're going to create some other pages and hide them. Let's come over here. I need to add. I'm just going to do first 6 weeks for each of my 3 classes, so I'm still going to add more pages. Once again, it's better to do download page. So I'm going to do Pre-AP Geometry, or probably better just to do Geometry first 6 weeks. I'm going to add to my site. I'm going to do that for each of the classes for 6 weeks. Okay, I've finished adding each of the 3 pages for the first 6 weeks for my classes. I've also moved them up, and I've excluded the web page from viewing on the home site, but they are still there. Let's go back to where we are. You see my website. We have Pre-AP Geometry, my 3 classes. If I click on it, it's blank. At this level, my students and my parents need to be able to see Geometry first 6 weeks, a link to it. So let me show you how to build that link. Go to the Geometry first 6 weeks, or the whatever course you have first. Go to Preview. In the URL button, click Control-C, address bar, excuse me, Control-C to copy it. Come back over here to Pre-AP Geometry. Go to Edit, select the web page, and then just click Control-V. That's the URL. I'm also going to type in a little title so my parents and students know what they're clicking on. Let's click Save Changes just to make sure I've got it right. Let's click Preview. Pre-AP Geometry first 6 weeks. So let's go ahead and navigate the website to show you how it looks. So my students will end up on my home site with a better picture and some information. Then they come to Pre-AP Geometry, and then there's a link to the other page. This page is technically hidden from the site over here, but it's viewable if they go from Pre-AP Geometry to here. It's kind of awkward. NetStart doesn't give us a lot of freedom for showing our links in different ways. So that's how we have to work around it. We have a new web development platform next year anyways, so it really doesn't matter. It's just to get us by this year so that parents don't get confused. Okay, that's all you do for each of the classes. I'm going to go ahead and do that so that you can see what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, here's my site when I'm done setting up the structure of it. So I have the picture and so forth, the home site, Pre-AP Geometry. Click on this. It takes me to my agenda site. And for each of the ones, that's where it is. It's a few clicks away, but what I'm actually going to tell my kids is to bookmark the page that they have. So Pre-AP Geometry students, I'm going to tell them go there the first time, and then I'm going to tell them to click on favorites, add to favorites, wherever they're going from home or wherever else, and just add it there so they don't have to go through this each time. That's pretty much setting up the structure. Now let's go back to our flow to make sure we've got it all down. So we have our home page, contact info, and so forth. We have our classes. Then we have each of our 6 weeks. And then finally, we have on the 6 weeks page, the content that we're looking for is the organizers, tutorials, policies, and the agenda. Let me go ahead and show you an idea for an agenda that you can have. So you can also see how to put up the tutorials, policies, and organizers for download. This is what I've done in the past. I need to come back over here. This is what I did last year. I think it worked out pretty well. These are just suggestions. You can take it or leave it. If that's all you need from the website, you can go ahead and turn this video off, or you can just continue watching it to see what I've done and try to get some ideas. So if I click on Preview for the last 6 weeks, I have my dates, and then I also have, once again, this is a download page. Then I have some stuff for agenda notes, and then I have a download deal. So if I click on this, it's the web page, or excuse me, whatever page they had to have for that day. So little trick is you can right click and go open in new tab. That way you can still have the agenda open while having this here. So I click on this. That's pretty much how I formatted every day. The most recent day pops up at the very bottom. So this is the beginning of the 6 weeks, and at the very bottom it's the last. So these are just different things I have on the website. Another thing you can do is input videos with embed code that you can put from a website. It's just a simple video that I made up a while back. All right, let's get some help on the homework, projectile motion extension. So this is a video of me making a video of having a video in the background. So you can have stuff like that on your website. That's what I'm going to put on mine. That's really optional. So do whatever you want to do here. Really, the only thing that Ms. Scott's asking us to have is the organizers, tutorials, and policies at this level of the website. So let me go there. At this level, she's wanting those things. I'm going to have a lot more stuff on there because I love teaching from a website, because kids can look at it at home and parents can see that I'm actually working. Sometimes they think otherwise, but I do. That's it. That's the video. That's the website. Have any questions, please email me. You should be able to find me at school too.